Greetings, shipmates. Commander James here, and welcome to the Trafalgar Day YouTube channel. Today I want to tell you about the HM sloop Pickle. Now that might sound like a joke, but it's not. There was a sloop of war attached to Nelson's fleet at Trafalgar called the Pickle. It had 8 guns. It was schooner rigged. It was built in 1799, and it was 120 tons. So you can imagine that this sloop was much too small to join in the fighting, but it had a much more important role to play in the contest. Now we all know that Nelson was regrettably killed at the Battle of Trafalgar. And just as a recap, he was shot from the rigging of a ship next to his. Bullet came into his shoulder, went across, punctured a lung, and lodged in his spine. And that was all for Horatio Nelson, unfortunately. Now, this was such an important event that they wanted to get the news back to London as quickly as they could. So they called on the HMS Pickle. And the HMS Pickle, its job as a small sloop of war was to carry messages from fleet to fleet and from station to station. And the message that the Pickle had to take after the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805 was that the British had won an enormous victory over the combined French and Spanish fleets, and that unfortunately Nelson had been killed. So away this HMS Pickle went and brought the news back to London in record time. Now this was a time, you have to understand, where the fastest message could be delivered across the globe by a boat like this. There was no telegraph, and certainly no radio or telephones. So the Pickle got the news back to London as quickly as it could be gotten. And that was a very important thing. And the HMS Pickle has been remembered since then in the same way that Trafalgar Night Dinner is where we remember Lord Nelson on the 21st of October. So Pickle Night is kind of matched up with that, and some organizations have their Nelson dinner along with their Pickle Night. Others have them separately. I think we might have them together this year. If you have a preference, leave a message, leave a comment at the bottom, and we'll see what we can do. But I look forward to seeing everybody on the 21st of October at our Nelson Pickle Night celebration. Well, that's all for now, shipmates. Keep a strong wind at your back, and don't take any wooden nickels. You're mixing metaphors there. Ahoy! Aloha! Aloha and ahoy.